to my video.
I am autistic, or should I say, I have autism. So, what does that make me? Right!
Special ed, I have autism and I'm special. Special ed, I have autism and I'm special.
But alongside autism, guess what I also have? That's right, anxiety. And you know what anxiety plus autism is? Right! Thanks to both autism and anxiety, I've had a pretty rough start of my life. I mean, my life is good. It's just kind of hard sometimes because, I get made fun of and I can't do things that other people can do and I think differently than other people do, etc., etc. I got diagnosed a few months ago when I was 14. I'm 15 now. Even as a child, I always suspected that I was the odd one out. You may be wondering, but HH, why do you seem so normal? Well, I'm not really that normal. There's a thing called masking. Masking is when autistic individuals hide or suppress their natural behaviors to fit in with neurotypical, non-autistic people. It's like putting on a social mask to appear more normal, even though it sometimes can ruin mental health. But it doesn't really matter to me anyway, because my mental health is already ruined. Because, But anyways, as a child I was very social, but the more and more I get older, the less social I get. I've always had friends since elementary, but by the time I got to middle school, me and that friend group ended up breaking apart. I'm neutral about it now, but I'm not gonna get into that. But when I was friends with them, I always felt left out because of my autism. First, we liked different things. Second, I just felt like I didn't belong there. Third, kind of made me uncomfortable why I felt like I didn't belong there even though they were my friends. As I got to middle school, my mental health worsened and worsened. I constantly felt like everyone was judging me and staring at me, even though they probably weren't, but it was my self-consciousness. I did get made fun of a lot by my mannerisms or my appearance and my behavior, and that's how I got more anxiety that I had before. Now I take pills for it. Even with my self-consciousness, I even feel more self-conscious about myself because I got bullied by a teacher in 8th grade. I will do a separate video on this story. I'm gonna expose him so hard that he's gonna pee his pants. But yeah, now that I'm in high school now, I have met a new friend group that I feel like I belong with. I feel like we connect well because we're all neurodivergent in our own way. I mean, I still get made fun of, but it's not as bad as middle school. The time when I cut my hair short because I thought it'd suit me better, some frat boys in my class called it a bowl cut even though it was clearly like a long pixie cut kind of thing, kind of like Joan Jett. Another incident happened when a couple months ago I was sitting with my friend in the library. There was this girl who was gossiping about me. I heard my name in her mouth and I turned towards her and she just kept saying, she's doing this, blah 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 blah. And then her friend realized that I overheard and she said, hey, look behind you, she's right there, she's gonna hear you. And then the girl turned around and she was like, oh my god, I wasn't talking about you. Oh my god, I swear I wasn't talking about you. If you're gonna talk about me, at least tell me to my face, please. I'm already insecure myself, so you might as well tell me my insecurities to my face. But whatever. If you're gonna be such a coward about it, I guess you can continue being that way. I mean, you could have just told me, but whatever, I don't really care. And thanks to my autism, it makes me either speak very slowly and slur my words, or it can make me speak very fast. School is probably hard for me the most because, since I'm special and in high school they expect everyone to be perfect because we're young adults, I guess that makes it kind of harder for me. I've always been used to following other people's orders, such as teachers, my parents, and more. In high school, they expect us to be more independent, and for some reason, I feel like I can't really do that without having a problem with it. Every single time I try to ask for help, the teachers are always like, well, I think you could do it. Or if they're more strict, they could really get mad at me. Such as my Spanish teacher. Sorry to call her out like this. I'm not gonna say any names because she's not that bad. But anyway, she's kind of strict sometimes, and sometimes she's like, well, if you guys need help, I'll help you guys. But once we ask for help, then she doesn't really help us, and she's like,
Well, you should have known this. You should have known this.
And since I am autistic, I don't really know languages that well, and I can't really learn languages that well because I have a learning disability because of my autism. And of course, thanks to my autism, I can't maintain romantical relationships. Because you know why? I'm too shy and awkward, and I already feel like I'm weird. Plus, I'm 15 years old, and I guess some people have boyfriend and girlfriends, but for some reason, I feel like that isn't for me right now. Maybe I'll wait until college, but who knows? That's one of the most things I'm insecure about, because the last time I had a relationship with someone, I kind of felt bad for breaking up with them, but it just felt too much for me. I just felt like I was a dog on a leash constantly. And thanks to sensory issues, I hate being touched. I hate touching others, and I definitely hate it when they touch me. Even when it's a simple handshake or a tap on the back, I don't know, holding hands, I just really hate it. I don't really like telling people that I'm autistic because A, they'll either say, oh, well, you don't look like it. Prove it to me. Or, second option, they'll just be like, that's just another excuse for me to make fun of you. When some boys found out that I was autistic, they said, well, you don't look like it. And then I told them, well, what does it look like? They got their phones out and then they showed me a person with Down syndrome. Okay, I told them those are two different things. Look it up. Look up Down syndrome. And then once they looked it up, they were like, oh, I didn't know that. Common sense doesn't exist anymore, I swear to God. And sometimes when I feel like I don't want a mask anymore and I have to let my true self come out, then I get made fun of by my friends. I mean, they don't totally bully me, but sometimes when they're against something I do or say, they kinda get a little bit weirded out. I mean, they don't say it out loud, but I could just tell. There are two types of people with autism. One, the empathetic type. Two, the I don't really care type. Guess which one I am? I'm the empathetic one. And you know what that makes me? Very emotional. Whether it be depressed, sad, happy, and more. I'm the type of person who wouldn't hurt a spider. I'm the type of person who would cry over a Disney movie. I'm the type of person who cries when my friend or family cries. Some people call me sensitive. Maybe I am sensitive. What's wrong with that, Karen? There's nothing wrong with that. I feel like most of our society today are afraid to show their vulnerable side, which kind of trained me to be afraid of showing that too. But now that I'm working on myself with medication and, well, not really therapy, I kind of quit that, but other than that, I'm working on myself to be a better person and be more confident in myself. Still learning how to not care what other people say or think about me, and I have to learn that not everyone's gonna like you. That's just the truth with life. There's gonna be enemies or there's gonna be friends. and sometimes we just have to learn that not everyone is gonna like us, and that's okay. I promise to all of you guys that I will be a better person and that I will try my best not to be as depressed. Though I'll always be a little bit weird and quirky because of my autism. That was today's video of the struggles with anxiety and autism. I hope you enjoyed that. Be sure to subscribe if you want. I don't really care if you don't. I just make these videos for fun. You could watch the rest of me playing Roblox. Okay, I'll see you later. Goodbye!